This is a point, and this is considered to be the zero dimension. And if we consider this point to be the beginning of matter, then we can consider this point to be the beginning of the creation of the universe, the Big Bang. And if we draw a line from it, this is now one-dimensional, and this would be a possible path for matter to take since the beginning of the Big Bang. And if we draw another line, then like that, this is another possible path for matter to take since the beginning of the Big Bang. These two lines are not connected, so you either go this way or you go this way, but you can't go both ways. So if you replace this with this, then you can consider this to be the third dimension, because it's connected. You can get from this point to this point in two ways, and you could do that by also creating a third dimension and moving through the third dimension to get from here to there without transversing here. So that's represented this way. So now you can consider this the third dimension, and with one beginning and an infinite number of possible ways for matter to end. And we see that in our universe. We see all forms of matter, and we see matter convert from one form to another. And everywhere you go, you'll probably find different types of matter that you never imagined could exist, but does. Now if you continue this, shrink this down to a point and extend a line, now you're looking at the fourth dimension, and this is time, and you would move through, this is called a timeline, and there's only one way, so this would be all forms of matter moving through a single timeline, ending in a certain state. If we draw another line this way, this would be all forms of matter since the beginning of the Big Bang, moving. You can either go this way or this way, but you can't go both ways. So this is the fifth dimension. Then if we connect it up like we did before, then we have all forms of matter since the beginning of the Big Bang, moving through time, through all time lines, ending in a final state. So now you've got infinity here, and so these are basically the same. This is all forms of matter since the Big Bang. This is all forms of matter with all timelines since the Big Bang. So this is matter, this is matter, and time right there. Now if you start over again with a point, this is the this was the first to the third dimension, this was the fourth to the sixth dimension. Now we start with the seventh to the 10th dimension. This is the seventh, then you move to the 8th. So this is like this is the Big Bang 1, and you have a Big Bang 2. So you can consider this like a universe 1 and a universe 2. Universe 1, universe 2. So there's only one way to get there, only one way to connect up these universes. Then you can have another Big Bang 3 and Universe 3. So you can either go here or here, so that would be the 8th dimension. And then over here, connect it all up. And now you've got all universes and all time. So in the ninth dimension, this is actually 7. This is actually a 9. So in the 9th dimension, you have, we'll see up to here, we went from one beginning to an infinite number of ends. Over here, we got an infinite number of beginnings to an infinite number of ends. So it's like one beginning, and then we ended at an infinite number of ends. Over here, we got an infinite number of beginnings, and we end at an infinite number of ends. So this basically just equals infinity then. So this is in infinity. So infinity exists. Infinity exists within the 9th dimension. Then, if we do this over again, have a point here containing all. This is the 10th dimension, containing all universes, all time. It's infinite. It's everything we could possibly know from the beginning, to the end. Infinite beginnings, infinite ends, infinity. And that would be in the 10th dimension, a single point in the 10th dimension. And what's beyond infinity? What exists beyond the 10th dimension? The 11th dimension would contain, so if this is infinity here, then this would have to be an infinity there. This is infinity, and that's infinity. This is everything we know, everything we can ever know. This must be everything that we are not. I don't know what it is. Let's just call this God. Let's call this the Holy Spirit. And let's call this Jesus. And so, we live here with the Holy Spirit. Jesus is the one way to get to God. And this all exists in the 11th dimension.